The way suffering ends is it ends through insight. And it's the insight that comprehends exactly how it is that the self actually exists. It's the insight that shows us, that tells us directly that this self is impermanent, exists in dependence on other things, not independently and all in its own right. And so with that, having gained insight about how we ourselves exist, we can put a complete end, we can burst asunder the ignorance that was the root cause of samsara. Therefore, gaining wisdom is equivalent with gaining enlightenment. The wisdom that realizes the actual nature of how things exist is a wisdom realizing this famous principle in Buddhism, shunyata, variously translated in English, emptiness, voidness. Oh, and some people say, well, you know, seems like a despairing kind of religion, you know. Ooh, you know, pessimistic. Oh, there's nothing. Nihilistic. Oh, there's nothing. Oh, so, you know. But in fact, shunyata is the emptiness, voidness of what? Buddhists go on, you know. They go on. You have to find out of what something is empty. Oh, and then there's nothing mysterious at all. There's nothing mysterious about it. I am, you are, every single thing, all selves and all things in existence are empty of an independent existence. That's all. Therefore, it's simple, you see. Therefore, things are not independent. Therefore, things are dependent and interconnected. All things are connected, you know. So the wisdom that comes to see selflessness or emptiness or voidness immediately experiences, and so we can feel these things. It's direct and unmediated knowledge. Immediately feels our connection with all things. So why would I think about harming that other person? He's me, you know. Why would I think about chopping down that tree? It's me, you know. So it's in our relationship with all other things, you know. And this is, compassion springs from this. There's no way to hold it back.
On a conceptual level, I think it's really important to explore the nature of emptiness from a logical point of view. That it's impossible that we exist in our own separate islands and that we exist from our own side totally. We are dependent arisings. Everything about us is dependent on a previous moment and dependent on causes and conditions. And that's the same with everything supposedly out there, is also not there from its own side. It's not powered from purely its own side. It has no concrete longevity to it. We're all in process. We all have a prior cause. We're all in movement, moving to a new effect, which is the cause of the next effect. There's nothing concrete about any of this. And the appearance of concreteness, is ignorance. That's the thing we're fighting. Now, the essential antidote to that is to at least have a strong belief in emptiness. That things are empty of inherent existence. They're empty of that solidity. There's empty of a me-ness, of a you-ness, of an I-ness. And when you take that, as His Holiness says, you take the mantra of me, I, out of the mental sphere, it has an incredible transformative effect. Also, you start to understand the interconnectedness of all things. Even on the simplest level, there's nothing that we see around us that we did totally ourselves. Now, being able to detach a little bit, having some experience of emptiness, even if it's imaginative, you can detach from that kind of identification with emotion and with mindsets that create a kind of static solidity to all events and situations. So clearly, as an actor, I got to be able to do that all the time, moving in and out of seemingly operatic, emotional, and conceptual situations, and try to maintain a sense of cleanliness about it all. That it is, in the end, just a narrative. It's just a story. And the story comes and it goes. But that space that it emerges from remains. That is solid. And that's that space of openness and clarity, of knowing. It is uncontained, has no center, has no boundaries. Yeah. So again, the more that you're able to see this kind of dreamlike, illusory nature of this narrative that kind of emerges and intoxicates us in these kind of mysterious, magical ways. If you can see that for what it is, at the same time generating a stability in this other space, which is much more expansive and certainly loving, life's problems tend to fall away.
I think it helps me get less emotional about things. Not dull or indifferent, but just less attached to my feelings towards something, because how I'm seeing it is only according to my karma. And if I like it, then I can be happy with my karma. If I don't like it, I can be unhappy with my karma, but having the emptiness is I think that's a real refuge. That's the liberating part. Knowing that what I see, if it's horrible and terrible, I'm having a bad time, it's okay. It's just what I'm experiencing right now. Nothing to do with reality. Nothing to do with something that is there. If I really take refuge, I think it's really taking refuge in the emptiness of myself, of everyone, and of the things I see.